email can be effective, but we're using it the wrong way. If you're just using the telephone and you're just using email, A, you're lazy, and B, you're going to be ineffective. You can't build a relationship with email. All right? You can't. Email can be effective for follow-up, but not setup. Meaning, if you're trying to set up an appointment with email, every now and then it'll work. But it's not going to work all the time. Nothing works all the time. It's not going to work very often. Email can be effective if you've got a relationship going and they've asked you a question and you can follow up, or you've got an appointment and you can follow up to confirm it. Email can be effective there. But if you're trying to do business with email, I want you to think about something. Well, I hope I don't offend anyone with the word I'm going to use here, but this really happened. And I don't know that this has ever been something that would have happened with you all. But I was in a one-on-one with one of our salespeople a few weeks ago, and we were talking about an account. And she said, "Bitch won't call me back." I'm sorry. "Bitch won't call me back." And I'm like, "Tell me more." I mean, bitch, there's a whole seminar built around this. I'm going to build it. It's going to be called "Bitch Won't Call Me Back."
That's a good title for a book.
Bitch won't call me back. So I started digging. I started asking questions. And I said, "Okay, tell me more." And they're like, "Well, here's where we ended up." She'd left her 3 or 4 voicemails. She said, "I probably emailed her 20 times. And all of a sudden the client becomes a bitch because we're lazy and we're taking the easy way out." You with me? We left her a few voicemails. We'd sent her a boatload of emails, but she's a bitch. It's really us. So think about this, and this is the analogy that I gave her. I said, "Okay, you said 20? She said, "Probably 20, yeah." By the way, this is one of my best sellers. She's really good at what she does. But we get into this world. Technology's great if we use it the right way. So I said, "Okay, let's start doing this. Let's think about everybody in our market that are competitors here." And we start listing everyone. Kenny, you need to do this sometime in a sales meeting. One of your weekly sales meetings, you just need to do this. Take every competitor. How many sellers do they have? So you all can do this sometime. But this is what I did. And then I went all the way down to direct competitors, and then we went to, okay, what about the schools? What about the Chamber of Commerce that's calling on businesses to sell them sponsoring? And we listed, and I said, so I don't remember what the number was, but then I said, okay, now let's multiply this times 20. And if every one of our competitors, you with me, had sent 20 emails, think about what's in their inbox. Now here's what we do. Here's where we go in our mind with email. It's not fair, but it's normal. When we send an email and we don't get a response, we think they don't like us, they don't want to do business with us, or the bitch just won't call me back. When in essence, here's what it is. Every single one of you are busy. Every single one of you getting a lot of emails and a lot of text messages, and it gets lost. I met Frank at your New Jersey Broadcasters Convention in Atlantic City, and Gordon Burrell was there, and he's the godfather of research.
Yep.
The godfather of research. And he said something to me that when he said it, I shared this with you guys, I think last night we were talking, you and I were.
Yeah.
And he said, do you know the number one way that businesses want to do business with us as salespeople? It's by email. The way they want to do business with us is by email. And I thought, oh crap. That goes against everything I believe in and teach. Until he kept talking, I got to thinking about it a little deeper. Gordon Burrell's telling us that businesses want to do business with us by email. And I'm telling you that's not the way to do business. So what gives? Well, Gordon is a whole lot smarter than me. When I tell you he's the godfather of research, he's the godfather of research. But there's a reason why that's the way they want to do business. They want to do business with you by email because it's easier to delete you, it's easier to avoid you, it's easier to tell you no. The client wants to do business with us by email because they maintain what?
Control.
Control. That's exactly right. So, that's the way they want to do business. That's the very reason we can't do business that way. Because when you line up all your competitors, then you think about the number of emails that come. Listen, there's times I'm bad about getting back to somebody on email. And there's times people are bad with getting back to me. And it used to be I'm thinking, oh, man, or whatnot. People are busy. People are busy. It's not that they don't want to do business with you. It's that you haven't earned the right to do business with them. If the only thing you've done to earn their time is leave them a voicemail or send them an email, they're probably thinking they haven't earned the right to get my time yet. Okay? So use email for follow-up, but if you're using it for setup, if you're using it to try to build relationships,
There's no effort.
bitch probably won't call you back. Okay?